What's up, everyone? It is great to see you. I trust that you've all been well. Sadly, I have not invented a cloning machine just yet, but I have been taking care of a lot of business, and hopefully soon that's going to be able to free me up so I can be here on YouTube hanging out with you more often. I see since I've been away that the market has eaten a giant shit sandwich, so in this video we're going to take a look at Theta and the price action of Theta and see what's going on, so let's get into it. And starting off here on CoinMarketCap, we're starting to see a little bit of green show up here in the last 24 hours, as well as the last 7 days here. We are still seeing more red line charts versus the green line charts, and down here at rank number 17 is Theta, just behind Polygon. Theta being up 7.5% on the day, down 8.5% on the week, and coming in with a market cap of 6.9 billion. And here's Theta up on the daily chart in TradingView, and on my last analysis we were dealing with this Darth Maul candle right back here, and I was looking for a break of the 0.5 of the Fibonacci retracement coming in around $9.86. For those of you that follow along with my analysis, you know that I look for candle body closures above those levels before I consider them resolved, and that there's a change of behavior between buyers and sellers, and that higher price targets are going to be initiated. In this case here, had we got the daily candle body closure above that, I was going to be watching the 0.618 coming in at around $11.28. We can see that when we look left, we see a series of wicks getting above the 0.5 here, and then the last time Theta attempted to break that level was merely a wick once again before spilling once more to the downside. And this isn't exclusive behavior to Theta right now, as the whole alt sector has literally been getting its ass handed to it for quite some time. Now, these fib levels, based on my experience, get respected very, very well in cryptocurrency land, so I do like to pay very close attention to these. And obviously they can act as staunch resistance when price action retraces into these levels. But there's something even more going on here, and that is that we had the all-time high of Theta back here. Then we got a lower low for the first time in a little while right here. Bulls tried to rally price action, sticking in a lower high right here, and look where those wicks get. They get very, very close to the 786. Rolling over, a little bit of redistribution here, and then at the 0.5, giant lightsaber to the downside, and ultimately leading to all these wicks before the bulls attempted another rally. So in other words, daily downtrend in progress. Now, as the bulls tried to rally this up, they got it to the 0.5, and we found a rejection there. So not only are these levels resistance, but they're also lower high territory, which keeps the daily downtrend intact. So that's why I like to watch those levels. Had price even got up to the 0.618, it's still lower high territory. And what they say is the trend is your friend until the end of the trend. And it's not an opinion, it's just a mere observation that every time the bulls try to rally price action up, the sellers step in sooner and sooner, things to the downside. So that's exactly why I like to take things level by level. And what I typically look for is I look for these downtrends to become undone. So I look for a higher high and a higher low at major pivot points in price structure before it becomes confidence inducing that an asset's getting ready to rally again. Again, it doesn't have to be Theta, it can be anything. It can be Bitcoin, it could be a stock, whatever. But I look for those daily downtrends to be reversed. As a consequence, I'm never the hero that calls the absolute bottom, and I'm never the person that calls the absolute top. Based on my experience, usually I'm looking left and going, okay, that might have been the top, or I'm looking left going, okay, that was likely the bottom. It's not my strategy to catch falling knives, and it's not my strategy to be trying to short tops. Mind you, I don't trade Theta. I trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other altcoins. I mean, if they're available on Phoenix or Bybit, I've been doing a lot of my trading there for as far as perpetuals are concerned, and I do all my options trading over on Deribit. Now, in this case here, Theta did roll from the 0.5, and now once again we've got a lower high in place. Now, where does that leave us right now from a price action perspective? Well, let's turn on the moving averages for a minute here. And what I can see right now is I can see that Theta is very much attempting to base off the 200 simple moving average here once again. We see that back here. We saw some wicks dip well below that, hitting this liquid zone, but no candle body closures happened before the bulls attempted another rally. And here we are again, and it is looking quite droopy here as we're barely holding above that 200 simple, but maybe the bulls want to attempt another small rally off this area here. So let's talk about areas of resistance to the upside if the bulls are to attempt a rally here. The first area of resistance I'm going to be watching is right in this area here, as it is a little bit of a pivot point on the market at this point in time. We see that this red candle coming in, candle body closing below the candle body right here, giving us a little bit of a pivot on the market. So first and foremost, I'm going to want to see a daily candle body closure above that level. Now, we do have a little bit of a mess stress going on with the moving averages here, as they're implying that there's still a lot of bearish sell pressure present here. We have the 10 crossing through the 21 and the 30, and all these moving averages up here are basically getting the lower periods below the higher periods, which is a bearish posturing and suggesting that there's some downside pressure there. It doesn't have to be that way, but that's what that suggests to us. Now, if we're able to get a daily candle body closure above this pivot coming in at about $7.35, then perhaps it's going to initiate a test back up to the 0.382, which once more, if Theta is to reject from that area right in here, then it's going to be another lower high in a series of lower highs, keeping the daily downtrend intact. And we definitely want to see the downtrend get undone at some point here. So that would be the second major area to watch, and that is coming in at $8.43. Getting above that, I do want to see this 0.5 taken out on a candle body closure. If it does that, Theta will be closing above a major pivot point on this market at that point in time. That's going to be quite a potential significant change in behavior at that point. Could take some time for that to happen, but that would be taking out this giant pivot right here where we see 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks getting in, and then ultimately a rejection. And that area is coming in at around $9.86. So those are going to be the first three major areas to watch for me as resistance to the upside if the bulls are to attempt a rally here. Now, somebody was asking about support levels. And right now, I do believe that Theta is grinding out support at this point in time, which is that 200 simple moving average here on daily candle body closures. If Theta begins to close daily candle bodies below that 200, and right now at the time of recording, the 200 is coming in at $6.41, then I think that's going to initiate more downside price action. And the first area I'm going to be watching is likely down here to this liquid zone. We do see the 377 coming in right here at about $4.89, but when I look left on price structure here, there isn't a heck of a lot going on there. I wouldn't be looking at that as an area to be holding up. Likely it would test down to this liquid zone here, and that's coming in at around $4 at the top side, and the bottom side of that is coming in around $3.66. And I would have to assess price action at that point in time, because as you can see, that would be yet another lower low as well. It would be taking out this price structure back here, and it would be giving us a lower low. So we'd just keep this whole daily downtrend intact, the series of lower lows and lower highs along the way. And as you can see, that would be another lower low. So at the end of the day, those are the areas on the chart that I'm going to want to see taken out on daily candle body closures. If we fail the 200 simple moving average here, I'm going to watch to this liquid zone first and foremost, coming in at $4, and the bottom side of that coming in around $3.68. If Theta starts to take out those levels, then likely a test down here to around $2.39. But that's, again, it's just getting way too ahead of the game. It's level by level. Just like on the way up, I treat things the very same on the way down. Anyhow, hope you're all doing well out there. Great to see you. I will be seeing you soon. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.